One of the stops on our half-day tour loop around Cusco was a stop at Manos de la Comunidad, or Hands of the Community. And it was certainly a meaningful, educational, and very entertaining stop. It's part animal sanctuary, part cultural center, and part living classroom for Andean traditions. At Manos de la Comunidad, we were taken on a guided tour where we learned how to tell the difference between llamas, alpacas, vicuñas, and guanacos. And yes, we got to feed them and interact with the animals. Each animal had its own personality, purpose, and role in Indian life. And our tour guide explained it all in a way that really sticks. It didn't feel staged or rushed, it felt very personal. Before feeding the animals, I had a quick question of, will they spit on me? And the guide said, no, they're usually only spit at each other when they're trying to get the food. And you can caress their necks, but stay away from the hind end. They don't like that at all. After seeing the llamas, we went over to the area of the Rescue and Rehabilitation Center for the gigantic Andean condors. You wouldn't believe how massive they are. Our guide told us they're the third largest bird in the world. There were 3 there at the time when we were there. 2 of them will be able to be released back into the wild, and unfortunately one of them only has 1 eye, but it will live out its days under the care of the rescue center. Seeing them up close was a real treat and something we didn't expect that we would be able to do. Our guide was very informative and very entertaining. She told us that the Andean condors are only meat eaters, tourist meat. So that was silly. She also explained to us how important these impressive birds are to Andean culture. I'm kind of a fiber arts girl, and I really enjoyed the demonstration we received about the weaving, both large floor looms and also the personal size that where the women were strapped to the loom themselves. We learned how they make natural dyes by taking a little scratch of mold off of a cactus, and then they add other natural ingredients to change the color of the dye. It was really fascinating to see how one tiny bit of mold can make 3 different colors. I was thoroughly impressed by the process and the demonstration, and really appreciated seeing how these natural dyes are made and used in alpaca garments. At the end of the tour, you'll end up in a large, beautiful store where the community can display their art, textiles, and beautiful handmade garments. Our guide gave us an extremely useful demo on how you can tell whether something is an actual 100% alpaca garment or if it contains synthetic fibers. This was really interesting and very helpful. You could put the back of your hand on the garment, and if it was cool to the touch, it was alpaca. If it was fuzzy or pilly or warm, it was a synthetic blend. Even if you don't end up buying anything, it was very educational and awe-inspiring to see the beautiful art. We personally don't buy much, but I really appreciated the demo on how to spot quality products. One important thing, if you visit, please don't forget to tip your guide. This is a community-based project, and the guides depend on tips and commissions from the store to make a living. These tips and commissions really make a big difference in their lives. This visit to Manos de la Comunidad was very meaningful and educational, and it was certainly a stop that I'm glad that we made. If you're looking for an easy way to include this on your Cusco itinerary, I've linked a few tour options below through Viator. It's a simple stop, but I think it's one that will add meaning to your trip and help you see how the community lives. I think it's a great option to see on its own or included in a larger tour. I want to say thanks for stopping by and being here today, and I can't wait to see you on the next one.